So every year people make these New Year's resolutions where they want this to be the year of change. They want this to be the year that they finally get everything together. Sadly, most people end up quitting their New Year's resolutions on January 15th, which has become known as, New Year's resolution quit day. I'm sure there's a fancy name for it, but that's what the day is for. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to actually lock in, how to actually win the year, and how to actually get your stuff together in 2025. So first thing to get out of the way, you got to put aside the clubs, the bars. You got to get rid of those. You can't be going out every weekend and saying at the same time that you want to win the year and that you want to be successful in the year, but then every weekend you're just spending your time going out with these meaningless relationships and meaningful nights, just repeating the same theme every weekend. You got to lock in, right? You got to get negative people out of your life. You got to get yourself in the right environment so that you can win, right? Like really, you just have to get serious. That's all it comes down to. You got to stop being a person that just says all these empty words about wanting to win and be somebody that actually takes the steps, takes the action to become a winner. So I've got a quick 3-step process that I'm going to run you through on how I go about personally planning and setting up my year for success. So first, you got to decide where you're trying to be. You got to decide what your end goal is, right? Imagine getting in a car to go somewhere, but you don't have the destination in mind. It's pointless. It's a waste of energy and effort, time. It just doesn't make sense, right? So you gotta pick where you're gonna go before you start your journey. This journey should be guided by 3 main principles. So the first one is being health. Health is true wealth. It's the biggest thing that you need to focus on in your life, in my opinion. So this includes your fitness, your diet, and your sleep habits, right? Those are the 3 main pillars that lead to proper health. The second pillar is your financial pillar. So most people that watch these types of videos are trying to become successful in a monetary sense, right? So you want to set out where you want to be and what you need to be doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to get you to that financial freedom, financial goal at year's end that you're trying to work towards. The third pillar is spirituality, right? So this, in my opinion, is the most important. Everybody can have their own belief and can believe in what they want, but in my opinion, this is the most important. So you need to set out a plan for how you're going to grow in your faith and get closer to God throughout the year. So that's the 3 pillars. And next we'll move on to step 2, which is writing out an action plan of what you will actually be doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, right? And this isn't just a set and forget checklist or plan that you just come up with, right? This is something that you should review frequently, right? You're not just writing it and then putting it in a notebook somewhere in a cabinet. This is something that you should review frequently and really look at, and you're not just using it as a reference point, you're constantly updating it and you're constantly reviewing it based on the knowledge that you gain. Because as you go through this journey, you're going to learn new things, and so you're going to want to use those data sets to update your actionable plan, and from there you can continue to be on the path to success, and it'll adjust based on your current situation. I personally like to review every Sunday. I have a review and plan session that I just sit there for 45 minutes to an hour and I look at, okay, this is what projects I've got going on, this is the things I need to get going, this is what I've been doing good at and need to continue, this is what I haven't been doing well at and need to work to be better at. And if you continuously review like that, you're setting yourself up to have these mental reminders of where your end goal is and how you're going to get there. And the third thing is just to be consistent. At the end of the day, you don't want to be like all those other people, all the normies that just set these big aspirations and these big goals, and then after 2 weeks, they just stop. They forget about them. Even if you don't know exactly what you're doing or how to do it or the most optimal and efficient way of doing things, the most important thing is just to continue to do. Because even if you're moving 1% a day, at the end of the year, you've moved up 365%. That's a 3.65x. So the key is to be consistent. And as you go, as I mentioned a minute ago, you'll continuously update your plan and you're gonna continue to gain knowledge. And through that, you'll become more efficient and more optimized so that you can even take bigger leaps as the year goes on. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. It's kind of a little bit of a different style, but it's just a Friday night and just kind of staying in working right now. And I was just thinking about how I do my process and I wanted to share it with y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video and I hope that all of y'all reach all of y'all's goals this year and that y'all just continue to push to greater heights. All love, people. HP out.